How are you, everybody? It's Eleanor Grace, and I'm here in London. And you're across the pond, or perhaps in Australia, perhaps in Canada, perhaps here in the UK with me, or somewhere in Europe, maybe somewhere in between. But anyway, I'm here to do some live readings for you on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. So welcome, welcome. Glad you could join us today. And I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot cards today. These are always very popular. Lots and lots of people very familiar with these cards, and they use them for themselves as well. So you may be one of those people that got your own set of tarot cards and have a little go, have a little play, just to see where your intuition sits, where it absolutely falls into place. And of course, we've all got intuition, so it's in our own interest to use it more and more and to allow ourselves to blossom into those psychic senses that we all have, and perhaps explore a little more about how we can develop and use our psychic intuition to help us in life and to make good decisions, and perhaps sift out some of those people that we meet and decide whether they're worth pursuing or not. So we've got some live callers, I do believe, here today. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about clairvoyance before we start. Clairvoyance is the ability to see ahead into the future. And that's what mediums and mediumship look for spirit connections. Clairvoyance is about using your own talents, gifts, senses, intuition, whatever you may call it. Sometimes dreams comes through in dreams as well, to be able to make that connection, see ahead, and foretell what may happen if you choose this path or if you choose that path. So we've got cards that help us to do that. So we have the trigger of the images of the cards that really bring through that sensible choice and give us a psychic edge. And then, of course, without not forgetting our crystal balls. This one here, going to illuminate it for you because it's really nice, and I use this one a lot, particularly for protection and looking into the mind. Now, this is amethyst. Isn't that pretty? It's a really pretty colour. I'm just shining my torch onto the crystal so you can see some of those inclusions in the centre. And this is where I like to bring in the energy of the crystal, because it really makes a difference to what we can see ahead, and it brings that aura around us when we're doing a live psychic reading. And you like to look into it as well. We sometimes take it right up close there to the camera so that you can just have a peer into the center of the crystal and really sort of say, yeah, I think I can see something. So what we look for are universal images in the crystal ball. Um, and from there, and combined with the cards, we can usually ascertain as clairvoyants what we can see, what's going to happen. Now, here today as well, I have my crystal comet. And the crystal comet is always fabulous for divining readings. I use it for divination. And this is rose quartz. So we've got amethyst and rose quartz together, which I use to combine in readings. And it gives me that sense of where we're going. So we've got Hannah in Pearl, Mississippi. Hello, Hannah. You're through to Eleanor Grace. You're on the line. How are you today?
Fine, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad over here. It's still all miserable with the weather, but of course we always get that here in London. It's never a pretty time in February. Starts to get much more interesting in March, but I am good, thank you. So Hannah, let's have a look at you, shall we? I feel that you've got some burning questions, and I also feel that you've got spirit very close to you, and that's quite special, I feel, for you, because this is a time that you're remembering. I feel there's a lot of remembrance here around you, and that you really do want to show some gratitude, I think, to past lives and also past souls that have passed over. who have helped you in your life. Is that true? Is that something that you're doing
Yes.
right now? Okay. Well, so we want to light a candle, really, don't we? This is where I feel that you would get so much more benefit, I suppose, from having some candles around at the moment. I've seen lots of them, lots of little candles for you. And I feel that spirit will draw close, particularly in your dreams, and they're quite vivid at the moment as well. I've got the pitter-patter here of small children. Do you have small children around you, Hannah?
Yes, I do. I have two kids.
They're lovely. I've just got them pottering about and doing their own thing, and you're a great mum. I've got this. Are you getting headaches? The back of your
Yes,
head? Ah,
very
is
much. It just started.
Oh, really? Well, I think you've
Yes.
given them to me. You've given them to me today, as I've got it here, and I'm looking at how we can release that. And your energy is great, it really is. But you've got so much on your shoulders. You
I
really are
do.
being
I do.
weighed down, aren't you? And I think it's too heavy for you to bear sometimes.
Yeah. It is.
Let's just cut these cards. I've got the Rider-Waite cards. I want to cut them. And I just want to see exactly what is around you. So can you choose number 1, 2, or 3 very quickly?
Two.
Okay, let's see. This is pile number 2. So we've got them here. There's number 1, number 3. So we've gone for number 2. So the first card that you have is this one. And it's this man here is looking out to the world and trying to find his way. And for you, this really represents perhaps the dilemma or the predicament that you're in, because I see you wanting more in your life and trying to find where that provision is going to come from is proving to be quite difficult for you. You're relying upon this person. I feel as though he's turned his back on you and has sort of removed himself and walked away. Has that
Yeah.
happened, or at least is that how you feel? Because
That
it's
is
about
what has really just happened
just, oh,
within the
oh,
last
Hannah.
3 months.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I mean, it's just so hard to deal with now.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
let's see what's next. Let's see if we can bring some more light onto this. Was this your marriage? Because you've got,
No, but
uh,
it was 14 and a half years.
was it? Okay, so this is your marriage card. This was a quite a strong cemented relationship as well, and lots of friends and family around you, actually. So the opinion of these people is really going to matter. Um, and I don't think you're comfortable with that. I don't think you like that at all. I think that this is now a time that you really do have to think about yourself and keep things to yourself as well. The
Uh-huh.
more you talk, the worse it's going to be at this point.
Yep.
Not because of what you're saying is incorrect, it absolutely is. Your position here is one of strength. You do have strength around you. The 7 of Swords here, this is a bit of a nasty card, not for you, but I want you to be aware that there's a great deal of deceit around your partner, your ex-partner, ex-husband, who's going to tell quite a few stories, is going to illuminate quite a few untruths, and you will be amazed and taken aback by what he's going to say, by the stories that he's going to say. Mm. And you thought you loved him. That's the difficulty that you're facing here, Hannah, that you thought you loved him and you thought that he was a better person than he actually has turned out to be. Now, you've got this Ace of Cups here. So let's just bring this in. So there you go. You can see it. So this Ace of Cups is going to be from your ex-husband, from the guy that has just turned your life upside down. And he is going to be offering out some sort of olive branch to you, a token of love, a
Wow.
gesture is coming. It's coming. Did you ask when?
No, I said, what is it? What'd you say at first?
He's going to
He's going to
offer
come out with what?
Yeah, it's gonna bring an apology to you. He's gonna say something to you that you think, "Well, that's odd. That doesn't really make sense." It's like, he's offering out some sort of, olive branch. He wants to pretend, and it is a pretense, and I'm not deviating from that because there's too many lies around him, too many deceitful ways. But he knows he's cornered, he knows he's trapped, he knows he's being caught. So he's going to say to you, "I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, Hannah. I didn't mean for this to happen. I want to come back. I want to be a part of your life. But you've got to go through a process here, Hannah, of really establishing what is true and what isn't. Okay, so be aware of what he says. Now, the truth is coming out. This is the problem, and it's a sort of a problem for you because you are going to be really keen on wanting to believe him because we do. You can't really see that anybody could treat you badly or your kids and wanting to see you being able to survive. But this is the card of justice. So it's not about getting justice or your own back or anything like that or revenge. This is about the truth coming out for you. So I'm just at this point going to take my crystal comet because it is important. They've got a strong card coming up from Spirit, and we've got two or three hidden surprises, hidden successes. All right, let's see which is the most important one now. So I'm using my comet now just to drop onto the cards and to see what is coming through for you. And there's a spirit message as well. There's two ladies in spirit. It seems as though they're sisters. They may be quite removed in ancestors, grandmothers, but there's two sisters here that I have in spirit. Okay, I'm dropping this here. So, which is the most important card for you out of what we've just seen? It's the marriage card. That's the one that is really at the back of your mind. I don't think you want this, do you? I don't think you want to have this end. I think you want things back to where they used to be. Is that a feeling that you have, Hannah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you prepared? This is a question that you've got to ask yourself now. Are you prepared as an individual to really be able to say, okay, just for now, just on this particular time, are you prepared to turn the clock back? Are you prepared to forgive and forget, overcome the deceit that he's provided for you, and say, all right, let's just draw a line and let's start again? Okay.
No, I
If
believe
you
that what he's done to me and all this, that he chose what he wanted and he walked away. So I believe that I just stand my ground and just walk the other way.
okay, well, I feel that you will be majorly successful because this is the card. It's the card of you riding high with success. It's very symbolic. You're on your horse. I mean, that's just being up there and proud of yourself with your children, with your family as well. Watch your health. Do watch your
Um,
health because
yeah, my
I
health's been
know,
bad.
yeah, it has. And that's a worry, isn't it? I mean, that's where you have been really hit hard, I think, with
Hmm.
circumstances. But there's good news here. There's somebody else for you in the future. I can see that in your crystal, in your cards. It's there. So I feel that this is a point of destiny for you. And no matter how hard it is for you to take and for you to understand what's happened, it's sort of meant to be. If I was in front of you and I could see your palm, I would be saying, look, there's a few lines here that are sort of written in your hand that actually say to me, this was always going to be the case. But good news is you have plan B in case plan A fails. So you're at plan A. You're at the point of no return. Keep being strong, Hannah. Keep thinking positively about yourself. You're a good person and you don't deserve this sort of treatment. keep that in your mind. And thank you very much for coming in onto the show here today. It's been a pleasure reading for you. And do come back to us very soon. Best of luck as well. Spring looks
Thank
bright.
you so
So
much.
bye
Thank you
bye.
so much.
Bye bye. Take care now. Take care. Hello. I think we've got somebody else on the line now. Is this Laurie in Manitoba, Canada? Manitoba. That's it. That's how you pronounce it.
Hello.
Hello
Yes,
there,
Winnipeg,
Laurie. Hi.
Manitoba.
Okay, okay. My geography is really poor, but I think everybody knows that by now. I'm not used to negotiating my way around the USA. I'm quite happy here in London, but it's wonderful to speak to you and to be able to connect as well, connect directly through to that psychic element that's around you. And I feel in you, it's particularly strong. Have you been told that before, Laurie?
You know what I have? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
quite spiritual in that way.
Yeah, yeah. I can see it. I can see lots and lots of white lights around you. There's this lovely indigo aura. And of course, we have got the indigo crystal ball, and I'll be looking at that. We can illuminate it a bit to bring in that lovely violet hue, the amethyst hue, which is always fabulous. And I'm going to start with this actually with you, Laurie, because I feel that you're transcending across a variety of different challenges at the moment. I see plains in front of you. It's like this drifts and drifts and drifts of open land. So it's almost as though you can just write your own story. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, but you're jumping into a different future than the one that you expected. So you've been thrown a curved ball in life and you're not quite aware of it yet. If you see this sort of S shape, you can probably see it. It's just like a land mass. So there's lots of land here in your crystal ball that I'm seeing. There's a lake here as well. You'll probably see that right in the center. But equally, you have souls in spirit that are slowly working its way towards you to communicate with you as well. Now, you'll see the brightness of your own aura, which I think is really important because you have such a strong spiritual sense here, Laurie. And I feel that you will teach some people. There's teaching here, and there's a sense of duty that you will have as well in making sure that others really do discover their true sense of psychic ability. So I think there's a big role for you as we're going forward into the future, but that is for your own spiritual sense. I've also brought in here this wonderful sort of earth energy, and you need it. It's this lovely blue. Let's pull it out of the camera a little bit, and it's agate blue, and this is really representing the earth, the sky, the sea to me. But really, what it is showing you, Laurie, is that you need to be grounded. You need to have a great sense of perspective right now. And I feel that you have got that, and that that's something that you're going to really look at and decide upon as well. So there we have the earth energy. So we've got the amethyst there that is giving you this strong sense of spiritual awareness. And we've also got the grounded earth energy, the sky and the sea becoming one, so anything is possible. And I feel that with you, that you have a time now where anything is possible, and you've got to write your own story because all of this land that is in front of you is all about you taking that decision to say, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change some things. I don't like what I've got right now. And I'm not totally unhappy, but I'm a bit frustrated, a bit thwarted by other people and what they're presenting to me. So I do see obstacles there from others. Do you feel that at the moment, Laurie? Do you feel that people are getting in your way. Is that sort of feeling that I
Yeah,
have?
there is
Yeah,
people that are in my way, that are in my life, and there's changes that I want to make that I need to evolve on my own. And they're
yeah.
welcome to join me, of course. But sometimes people are a little needy, and they feel like I should be responsible for them. Yes, that's what I'm feeling.
I know, and that's really hard to deal with, isn't it? Because you don't want to be
It
impolite and
is.
say, "Well, hold on a minute, these are my ideas,
Yeah.
and this is my journey, and while I'd like to share it with you, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to do it for you either." So, yeah,
Exactly.
there are a few blockages, and I feel that these particular individuals maybe don't even realize it, but they have negative energy and they're feeding off you. And that's
Mhm.
never a good situation at all for you. And this
Mhm.
is your card today. You're the card of the Empress. It's sort of one of the highest characters in the tarot deck, which just indicates where you're going. And that is to be in charge, to have a persona that really is very powerful and strong, that you are the person that actually has the skills, you have the talent, you have the ability and experience to make these changes, to write your own story, to have these open fields in front of you. I mean, they're not just small little tiny fields like we have here in England. This is massive, it's sort of like huge landscape that I can see. So you have far to go. You've got a long journey to take, and you're just about getting ready. Now, I've got lots of really bright lights all around, like a big gate or a big driveway here, and you're going through it. And I feel that this is a symbolic um, journey. It's an ease of passage where you've earned
Oh,
your sort of
did
stars
you
at the
say
moment.
did you say Bali?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I did. Um,
Okay.
is that something that is happening with you?
I've been considering it. Yes.
Well, I have it here, and I think that it's the next move for you. And it's easy, you're being given a lot of encouragement and also this great sense of excitement. I'm so excited for you. I want to be there with you and sort of go through these gates and go into that new land and go through this valley. Now, let me see what is next here. Interesting, isn't it? You've got the devil here. Now, the
It is. It
devil
is. Yes.
is not a
Very.
difficult card. This is about negotiations, okay? Particularly in your spread. So I feel that you have to leave negative people and negative energy behind. One person in particular, there's somebody who was quite damaging to you verbally. I've got a lot of nasty words. Is that true? Was there a man who was being quite harmful in what he said to you, Laurie?
In the past,
Yeah.
where would that be? Sorry, you were kind of cutting out.
Oh, right, okay. No, I've got a man here from your past who was really being troubled, perhaps had a disproportionate view of you, was a bit possessive
Sure.
towards
Yes,
you.
I could say
Okay,
yes to that.
okay, right. That's where you've come from. This is the journey. So you've come from this difficult negative energy to where you are now. And this is the Empress, which is the positivity that's around you. Somebody new for you. You should have met him by now. The initial of T I'm going to give you is T for Tommy, but that's not his name. It's an unusual name. There's a nickname around him, and TI is what I've got. Come back and tell me about him.
I.
Perhaps in the near future, the next couple of months, I can see him walking down a path, coming down to greet you. Very important person that you will engage with. And those souls in spirit are the bright lights there. You have to think a lot about what you actually want now, because there's so much help in spirit for you. The angels are there, they're going to come in and they're going to lift you up and give you that great sense of excitement. And the new pathway brings you new love. There's a new romance, new love, initial T followed by an I. Remember that. Come back to me and let me know.
Okay.
And let
Yeah.
us know on the show as well. But your own development is massive. And I think that 2024 is going to be a year of change, but it's a good year for you. It's not a year to say, oh, everything went wrong. It is a year
Yeah.
where I'm going to give you the image of my blue agate snow crystal ball again, because this is where you need to be grounded, thinking about your energy, what you can achieve as a single person, and letting go of difficulties. We've all had that. We've all had nasty people in our lives, and there's lots of them. So you've got to leave that frustration behind and welcome and sort of really set your intentions to the future. Welcome in new and positive people. Grandmother, I think, and grandfather together are looking over you, sending you some flowers. Is it your birthday soon?
Just passed.
Just had
It
it?
just passed 2 weeks
Okay.
ago.
It's as though they're sending you flowers, or they already did, but in any event, tonight I'm giving you flowers for your birthday from Grandma and Grandad in spirit. I'm going to say bye-bye, and thank you for joining me today on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, Laurie, and bye-bye, Hannah, and see you soon. Bye.